Hi, good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning into my Q&A segment today. So this is going to be all about job search. You can ask me any question you have about job search or even about your career. So we're going to go live. We are live. You can actually hop on the call with me and ask your question directly as well. So I'm going to drop this link quickly for you to call in and ask me your question as well. But as always, introduce yourself, let me know where you're tuning in, and let me know what questions you may have for me. You can just type it below, or you can hop on the call with me today and ask your question directly to me. So, fun things, exciting. I love speaking to people. I would love to speak to you. I would love for you to hop on and ask me any question you may have. So take a moment, introduce yourself. As always, I like to encourage people to introduce themselves to who they are, what they're looking for in terms of job. Write your comment below. If you have any questions for me, type it below or hop on the call and ask directly. And you can get to speak with me directly live. Okay, so make sure you do that. Take advantage, guys. Take advantage of the segment and get your questions all answered. Hi, Gurpreet. Oh, hi, Gurpreet. Another Gurpreet. Nice to meet you, Gurpreet, virtually, and thank you for hopping on. If you have a question, let me know. So before, as I'm waiting for people to kick in and ask questions again, I have dropped the link where you can hop on the call. You can call in and ask a question. You don't turn on if you don't want to. So I did this yesterday and it was a great segment. I ended up being on for almost 45 minutes. So I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. And I want to introduce myself before anybody asks me any questions. So my name is Gurpreet Korman and I'm an HR expert. I have 15 plus years of HR, hiring, recruitment experience. And I'm also a career coach, job search coach, interview coach, as well as a LinkedIn coach. So my expertise lie in HR, recruitment, LinkedIn, resume writing, interview prepping, other ASOS interviews. As a career coach, I've helped hundreds of career professionals land in their dream jobs, double to triple their income base salary, all within 30 to 40 days. And I would love to do that for you. So if you have questions, ask them today. You can also hop on the call with me as well and ask me any question you may have. I will restrict, if you're going to hop on the call, I will try to restrict the call question to one question per caller so that everyone gets a fair chance to speak with me. So if you want to speak with me directly, you want to be on this live and talk to me directly, you can by clicking on the link that I've already dropped. So make sure you take advantage of that, okay? Good morning, Ivy. Thanks for the session you are hosting. You are welcome. Himanshu, hi. So as I'm waiting for the questions, for you guys to ask me questions, make sure that just keep in mind that I'm just sharing my perspective, my professional opinion, my personal opinion with you guys. You can take it, you don't, or leave it. That's up to you. I do have experience, as I said, 15 plus years in hiring and recruiting. I'm an HR expert and I run my own HR consulting company along with my coaching business called GKM Coaching. Disclaimer, I do provide paid services. I don't provide free services. My coaching, career coaching, job search coaching, it's all paid services, okay? So as I'm waiting for questions to come in into the comments or someone hopping on the live call and asking me a question, you can call in. I want to emphasize this. Only one person took the opportunity yesterday to call in and she got full advantage of it. So you can call in and speak to me directly live. So take that opportunity, okay? If you're not shy or you have the means to click on the link and call in, it is a third-party system, StreamYard, that I'm using that you would have to, it's simple, click, follow the instructions, and you can hop on the call with me and ask your questions. So as I'm waiting for the questions to come in, I just want to go over a few things that I've seen over the internet, LinkedIn, Google. There's tons of advice on LinkedIn and Google, YouTube when it comes to job searching. I don't necessarily agree with a lot of the advice that's being given. And that's because my method is different. And I've successfully helped people land jobs in the matter of short period of time, from 3 weeks to 38 days to 35 days to 28 days, right? And that's where I started my group coaching program, um, land a job in 30 days. And I was successfully able to help so many people land jobs just a matter of 30 days or less. And that's my track record. And the reason I was able to do and have success with my clients is that there's a strategy that goes beyond just a traditional way of job searching. A few weeks ago, I saw someone say, send DMs or message or email 100 hiring managers. 50 or 60 of them will ignore you, and maybe 20 of them would even get on the call, and then you'll get maybe 10 or interviews, right? I don't necessarily agree with that approach. Now, hiring manager, let's define hiring manager. Hiring manager is anyone that's hiring. So if you're gonna send out 100 DMs to 100 hiring manager, your return on that investment should be 80% at least, 70% a bare minimal, 80, 90. So I don't believe in numbers game. I don't believe in quantity. I believe in quality. You can hit up 10 hiring managers with a solid message that converts into them hopping on a call with you and speaking with you, and then you're turning that call into an interview, and then you're turning the interview into job offers. Okay, that's how you need to strategize. It's not about messaging 100 under hiring managers. It's not about applying to hundreds or 300, 500 jobs. I see this post so much lately where people are saying they applied to 500 jobs and barely landed interviews, maybe landed 10 interviews and keep getting rejection. The reason you're getting rejection when you're applying to so many jobs is because chances are you're just click, 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 uploading your resume, and there you go. If you're applying to 500, 300, even 100 jobs, and you barely are landing interviews, number one problem is your resume. Also, how you wrote your resume. You probably are not tweaking your resume. Okay. So I'm here to answer any questions you have, any guidance you need today, be it career, be a job search, or heck, if you even have an HR question, I'm happy to answer that. Like I landed in Saskatchewan, then how to get job in HR role? Do you need to contact consultants? Okay, good question. So you've landed, welcome. I'm assuming you're a new immigrant. And so how do you go about landing a job now? Okay, so Himanshu, how about you start with telling me what's your job search strategy right now? What's your approach? What have you been doing? So feel free to tell me, everybody that's tuned in, feel free to tell me what are you doing so I can troubleshoot it for you. So I need to know, Himansu, what is your approach so far in your job search? What are you struggling with? I'm looking for a position in capital markets. Is there any chance you have any lead in this field? I don't provide leads. I'm going to be very honest, Ivy. So don't ask for leads. Here's why. You can ask anyone for leads, and that doesn't mean you're going to know what to do with the lead. I believe in learning and skills that are going to help you in your career, not just today in landing a job, but future. So you get a lead. What are you going to do with that? What are you going to do with the lead? I don't provide leads. I only provide leads to my clients. I don't openly give my network out or provide leads. I don't do that. But here's what I can do for you. What is your job search method, Ivy? What's your approach? Tell me, talk to me. Tell me what is your job search approach, and then I can troubleshoot it for you and tell you what you're doing wrong and what you need to do correctly. Okay. So let me know, what is your job search approach? Many times I've come across that a lot of people don't have a strategy. Typically, people don't even know what it means when I say job search strategy. A lot of people are doing this, applying to jobs online, I'm wishing and praying that they're going to land an interview. Networking, they think chances are you're probably networking in a sense to get a job. So you're going and sending connection requests and then asking for leads, referrals, hire me. Do you have a job opportunity for me? All that method doesn't get you anywhere. Okay, so that's actually not networking either. It has been over 2 months in Canada, Ontario. I'm searching for a part-time role in one of the top banks in Canada. I've even walked into different banks and handed out my resume and even applied online, but there's no response. How can I get part-time job in banks while studying? Good question. How can you get a part-time job while studying in a bank? How can you do that? First, I want to applaud you the fact that you actually took the initiative to walk in and even hand out your resume. If you are applying to jobs online using your resume and you are not getting an interview, 100% the problem is resume. So I'm going to say this to everybody. If it's simple diagnosis, okay, so let's diagnose the problem. Here, how you can self-diagnose the problem yourself. If you're applying to jobs online, your chances are using your resume, right? So you apply with the resume and then you don't get the interviews. You're not getting callbacks. What's the problem? The method, the resume, right? Because the sole job of a resume is when you're using it to apply online jobs is for it to get you interviews. And if that is not happening, the problem is your resume. 100%. There's no buts and ifs. Now, what's the problem in your resume? Chances are it's not written to speak directly to that job that you want. The content, how you wrote it, maybe it's cliche words like I'm inspiring a new grad, I'm an inspiring professional, like those cliche genetic wordings. Then if also maybe it's not ATS approved, you can use what's that tool? There's various online tools that you can use. Called one of them is called JobScan. You can use JobScan before applying to a job to see how your resume is going to rank when you're applying. Because banks definitely are not just using the applicant tracking systems; they're also using AI for recruiting, artificial intelligence, as well. So you want to make sure when you're using online method to applying for jobs, you're going to have some little bit of obstacles and hurdles that you need to pass. And the ATS is one of them, applicant tracking system. So use JobScan to understand how your resume is ranking. Your resume needs to hit 90% of the job requirements. The skills you should have the skills listed because that's how the ATS usually scans is for keywords, right? Well, it depends on how the system is set up from the back end. So 100% the problem is resume. So if you don't know how to write a resume, I encourage you to learn. I have a course on resume writing. I teach how to write resume writing. I think it's a skill that every career professional should invest in learning. It's not that hard. We all have to learn how to write, and we all write for in our jobs, right? So tons of tools available for you. So let me know if anybody wants to learn how to write a resume. I'm actually conducting a resume writing workshop on Zoom this Sunday. So if anybody wants to learn how to write a resume, we're going to spend 4 hours crafting out your resume. I'm going to drop the link below. So I encourage you to really learn how to write a resume. And this Sunday, I'm dedicating my afternoon. We're on a lockdown here in Toronto. So I'm taking the advantage of something to do. And best way for me to spend my Sundays is to help anybody that needs help. So if you want to learn how to write a resume, I'm only taking 10 career professionals that want to hammer out the resume in one day. So that's who this workshop's for. I'm going to be teaching it. I'm going to work with you, and it's going to be a private Zoom workshop, and it's only for 10 people. So if you really want to learn how to write a resume, feel free to sign up for my resume writing workshop that I'm doing this Sunday. Let me drop that link. Here it is. Okay. And we are definitely going to be I can help you craft out a resume in 1 day. So here's my resume writing workshop link. Feel free to sign up. It's this Sunday. Okay. So if anybody wants to take advantage of working with me, want to hammer out your resume, a resume that's going to land you in interviews, a resume that's authentic, not generic, not those copy paste resumes online that you're just using. That's not going to get you anywhere. Okay. So I've dropped the link. Make sure you can sign up for that. How to invite you for an interview for my community. Amit, feel free to message me on LinkedIn and give me some content who your community is. I speak at different events, podcasts. I just finished an event last night. I'm a speaker at another event on the weekend. I'm on Saturday. So feel free to just send me details through LinkedIn. You can message me. I'm currently looking for a job in the field of accounting and finance. I'm currently a CPA student, and I've also done CMA and have 14 months of junior accountant experience in India. I'm applying for a job but getting no proper response yet. Please suggest how I can land up in a good position in my field as a student. Thank you. Regards, Kanve. Kana, Kanav, Kanav. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly. Okay, so thank you, Kanav, for asking your question. This is a great question. First of all, congratulations that you also have a CMA and you're currently working for CPA and you have 14 months of experience. That's amazing that you have experience. Also, as students, I want to highlight your school experience, your school projects, the school work you're doing is also experience. So you need to leverage that in your resume as an experience. If you have been applying to jobs online and you're not getting calls, you're not landing interviews, 100% the problem is your resume. If you want to land a job fast, you can't just rely on searching for jobs online. You have to tap into what we call the hidden job market, the non-visible job market as well. You have to have a strategy, and I use the 80-20 strategy rule. 80% of your time and efforts need to be spent on platforms like LinkedIn, meaning tapping into the hidden job market. How is your LinkedIn profile set up? Is it set up to is it like set up so that's converting and creating job leads for you? Like are recruiters reaching out to you? Are hiring managers finding you on LinkedIn and reaching out to you directly for job opportunities? So you got to access the hidden job market. You need to engage and network with people in your industry, in your field. And when I say network, people don't know how to network. I mean network to make friends, to genuinely want to get to know somebody. Don't hit up people saying, hey, give me a job lead. Hey, give me a referral. Hey, hire me. Do you have a job opportunity? Can you refer me to somebody? I get those messages every single day. And that doesn't get you anywhere. Okay. So that's the wrong approach. So it comes down to your approach. What is your approach? And resume, I'm going to tell you 100% is the key when you're applying to jobs online, right? Everyone's eventually going to ask for your resume. So make sure you guys, make sure your resume is written that converts, okay? Your resume needs to prompt someone to call you, the call to action. So when you're writing your resume is like a commercial, okay? Your resume is a commercial. Your resume in 30 seconds or less needs to do grab attention, touch on pain points, how solving those pain points are going to benefit the organization, the employer, the hiring manager, and how you've solved these problems before, how you're the solution to the problem, and boom, call me. Call to action. If no one's calling you, that means your resume is not designed as a call to action. Your resume is not prompting someone to pick up the phone and call you. That's 100% what your resume's job is to prompt that action. So if no one's calling you when you're applying to jobs, guys, 100% the problem is your resume. So as I said, I am hosting a resume writing workshop this Sunday. Feel free to sign up. And I'm only taking 10 people. Once 10 people have enrolled, I will not I'm not taking more than 10 people, because there's no way I'll be able to help more than 10 people to spend 4 or 5 hours getting your resumes done. We're going to hammer out the resume. There's more details on my website. Feel free to sign up. Since everybody is having challenges with their resume, feel free to sign up. First 10 people to sign. That's it. 10 people, guys. That's all I'm gonna take. I like small, intimate groups, and so that we can really finish this resume. I'm gonna work with you to get your resume done. So take the resume writing workshop that I'm conducting Sunday afternoon. I've been considered for a role, but I feel the pay is less than what I expect for my work experience. But for the role, the pay range they are offering is pretty decent. Could you please let me know if I can negotiate at all? If so, could you please suggest on how to do this? Yes, 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 yes. You can negotiate. You must negotiate. Um, you must negotiate your job offers. I highly recommend everybody negotiating. If you want, I'm an expert in negotiations when it comes to jobs, salaries, and negotiating job offers. It's a key to your success. You definitely need to negotiate. And if you're not negotiating your salaries, you're not going to get more. Okay. Keep this in mind. Your base salary is the money that goes into your bank, it's what you're going to live off. Everything uh, else, everything on top of the base is perks. It's bonus. People get caught up. Number one mistake I see people making is the company will sell you on the total composition package, and you buy into that. Your benefits, this perk, that perk. Keep in mind the benefits and any other perks is not paying. It's not going to pay your bills. So you have to sit there and ask yourself, for how much money do you need to make per month to cover your living expenses? How much money do you need to make in order to even have money left over to save? And this is what you need to think, right? Companies, of course, they're going to package and sell you on their total composition package, but you need to be smart. You need to sit there and ask yourself, well, the money that's going to go into my bank account is what I'm going to live off. It's what's going to determine my livelihood, right? How much money do you need for groceries? How much money do you need for gas? How much money do you need to pay for your internet, your cell phone? How much money do you need to buy clothes? So these are all the things you need to think about, okay? When you are going for job opportunities, job interviews, and when they're asking that question, what's your salary expectation? And these tactics are going to help you really carve out your job negotiation. Now, simply asking for more money is just not going to get you the more money. There's a strategy that I teach that has helped people, go from 100K to landing a job for 100, negotiating to 130K salary. So there's an art to negotiation. So Gaurav, if you want, no, sorry, Parshil, I have a course on salary negotiation. Free for you to take it. It's available online. It's an e-course. And everybody that's taken it has successfully helped them negotiate their salary, base salary. But I teach you how to negotiate everything from base salary to benefits to working from home to vacation to and everything. And also I give you in the course. You're also going to get a template that's done for you, and you're just using that template. It's a Word document. It's a negotiation job, a counter job offer negotiation, all done for you. I've written it up for you, and all you're doing is plugging in the things you want to negotiate. So take my salary negotiation e-course for anybody that wants to negotiate their salaries. It's going to help you in many ways. also teach you how to successfully negotiate by also proving why you deserve to get that amount of money that you're asking for. Okay, hope that helps. How to get speaking contracts. Well, the best way to get speaking content is to develop your personal brand on that you're an expert in that area, and that's what I do. I get invited to speak. I've been invited to podcasts, events, and so on. And if you want to land paying, I'm new to the knowledge share industry, need to know how to get invited to different speaking for stages. Okay. So a good question would be, what's your branding look like? What's your personal brand? I leverage LinkedIn. I actually teach people how to build their personal brand. I have a program on this, coaching program, on how to build your personal brand and become the sought out expert in your field, in your industry. So you land these speaking engagements, you get invited to speak at events, podcasts, also get featured. Like I've been featured on Wall Street Journal, the Globe and Mail. I ran a 6-month segment on Voice of America radio segment. The best way to do that is to build your personal branding and then leveraging LinkedIn to write content. So content is key to build your brand. Simply having a great LinkedIn profile is not going to get you anywhere, and that's not how you build yourself as a brand. And the biggest advantage of building yourself as a brand also is that you can charge money and increase your, and this is for everybody, this for anyone that's listening. The advantage of building your personal brand also then leads into you becoming the top notch person to then ask for top dollars for your expertise. There's so much advantages. Could you provide the link again? It is not working. Okay. I've dropped the resume writing workshop link. Here it is once again. I've dropped it into the comment section. Grab it. I've dropped it even for YouTube. Make sure you grab it. So just grab the link. What would be the appropriate way to ask that? Again, negotiating salaries, guys. First of all, do you know how much you are worth? So let's talk about negotiation for salary. So Prasheel, I went into depth in this. I'm going to go further in detail. Well, what are you worth? What is your brain worth? What is your talent worth? What are your skills worth? What is the experience you have? How much is that worth? Prasheel, do you even know how much you are worth? Have you put a dollar value on your brain? I understand you're asking, now you're asking Amit because Amit said, yes, you can negotiate. Here's where people fail in negotiations is that they don't even know how much they're worth. You need to first know and determine how much you are worth. Don't ask other people to tell you how much you're worth. Don't get employers to tell you how much you are worth. You need to first understand how much are you worth? How much is your talents worth? When I say talent, it's not the years experience you have. Your talents, how much is your talents worth? Your capabilities, what you are able to deliver, the type of problems you can solve. How much is that worth in dollar value? Have you put a price tag on you? How many people have put a dollar value on their brain, on their talents, your capabilities of what you can do? Tell me in the comment section who here has actually put a dollar value on their brain. I would love to hear how many people have actually even thought of this. How many people have actually thought of putting a dollar value on their brain? Because that's the true power. Now, you can go and look up on payscale.com or tell you how much the market going rate is, but here's what PayScale and all the salary guides out there and all salary calculators can calculate is your brain and your talents and what you are capable of delivering. All the salary guides and PayScale tools like PayScale all they're telling you is a market rate based on experience, your credentials, and your skills. Okay, that's half the equation to putting a dollar on yourself, putting a dollar value on you. Your brain is worth something. Your talents plus your brain equals money and profits for businesses. Okay, that's how companies are making money and profits. They need talent. They need they need talent. Companies, keep in mind, businesses in a business to make money, and they need talent. They need the right brains and the right talent to make that money and profits for them. Hence why companies hire. So companies are hiring based on, so write this down. Your talents plus your brain equals money and profits for the business. So what your talents in your brain is capable of producing is what I'm telling you, put a dollar value on. Because if you can solve $1 million problems and you can save company millions and millions of dollars, that's your brain's ability to do that, right? Now, if your brain is generating millions of dollars, I'm using millions as an example, then don't you deserve the piece of that pie? Because you contribute to that success, you contribute to that organization making money. And this is where people are feeling short. Career professionals are feeling short. They're leaving money on the table because they're leaving all the bargaining power to the employer. Employer doesn't have all the bargaining power. You do. You are fully in power of controlling how much you make. And here's the kick. When you put the dollar value on yourself, how much you're worth, how much your brains are worth and your talent, then you align yourself with those companies that want top-notch talent and are going to pay top dollars to get it. Don't kid yourself in believing that there are not companies out there that want top-notch talent and they're willing to pay top dollars to get it. But if you don't present yourself like a top-notch talent that they want and they're willing to pay top dollars to get it, you're not getting top dollars. And this is what I keep emphasizing. You need to walk the talk. You need to know how to sell yourself as a top-notch talent, as a top earner, top dollar earner, in order to get top dollar money. Using generic words and copying, pasting, sitting on Google and copying, pasting everything from Google and putting it on your LinkedIn profiles, putting it on your resume is not going to get you more money. You're just now blending in with the crowd. You're not, top-notch talents don't use cliche wordings that everyone's using on their resumes or on their LinkedIn profiles. So learn to sell yourself. And if you don't know how to do that, then I'm the best coach to work with, because that's what I bring out of my clients when I'm coaching is I transform them into top talent, top-notch talent that gets top dollars. It's how I have helped my clients double to triple their salaries. You don't believe me? Let me show you guys proof right now. I have screenshots. I'll show you screenshots of my clients messaging me and landing six-figure salary jobs, successfully negotiating and getting more money. Here's one. And this was one of my clients. He's actually was a newcomer to Canada. And look, he got multiple job offers and he successfully negotiated and got 130K from one other company. Okay, he had 2 job offers on the table, and with my help, he was in my coaching program that helped him land jobs, and helped him land multiple job offers, and then I helped him negotiate with my negotiation strategy techniques. He was able to successfully negotiate and land a job of 130K base salary plus benefits and other compensation package. Okay, so this is live proof right here of knowing how to position, how to market, and how to sell yourself will definitely guarantee you more money in your base salary. Okay. Newcomer, another person. Let me pull up more. Oh, this one's amazing. She almost tripled her salary, nearly tripled her salary in 35 days. Okay, so here's another client of mine. She nearly tripled her salary in matter of 35 days. She only had 5 years experience. She was making 52K before she joined my coaching program. And by the time we were not even finished the group coaching program, by the 35th day, she landed a job offer with 100, and she successfully negotiated and ended up negotiating to getting 128K in base salary. She was, before my group coaching program, she was making $52,000. She was totally undervaluing herself. With my help through my coaching program, she was able to land a job that was then successfully negotiated to get 128K thousand. That's 6 figures in 35 days. She did this in 35 days. She has 5 years in experience in her field. She is making the same amount of money that someone with 20 plus years of experience is making. That is the power of knowing how to position yourself, how to market yourself, and how to sell yourself. Okay, so if anybody here is sitting and thinking that everything I'm saying is just sounds too good to be true, it's not, because knowing the right strategies, knowing how to position and market your marketing, you have to market yourself, and you need to know how to sell yourself. And this is why there are so many people that are in jobs that are underpaying them, and they're not even, some don't even realize they're getting underpaid, and some do realize, well, wait, I'm here in this role, I'm doing so much work, I'm doing all this work but I don't nearly make as enough money. How many people in that boat right now? Here's another client. She was before hiring me as a coach, she ended up being in a role that was not, she was like making $45 an hour. And then with my help, helping her negotiate and landing a better job, she is now making $65 an hour. $65 an hour. Went from 45 to $65 an hour. Okay, so it makes me sad to know how many people are underselling themselves, undervaluing themselves, getting underpaid because you undervalued yourself. You don't even know how much your brain and your talents are truly worth. And that's why so many people are ending up in jobs that are paying them less money. So let me know in the comment section of how many of you guys actually aware of how much you are worth. Here's another client of mine who successfully I helped negotiate a job offer. Okay, so in 1 year, she increased her salary. She went from 60K to 100K with my coaching help. She was in my coaching program. And then later, a year later, after completing the coaching and I helped her land in her first 6-figure income job, she then came back to me last year and saying, hey, I got another job offer. By using your techniques, I've been keeping up with your techniques. Companies are approaching me instead of me chasing them. And long story short, I've landed a job offer. Can you help me negotiate? I got on a Zoom with her. I spent almost 2 hours customizing a strategy for her to help her negotiate, and we wrote that job counter offer letter and for negotiation. After 2 hours on Zoom, I gave her 2 different scenarios. I gave her step-by-step strategy on what to do, and this is a 2-hour Zoom session. Okay, what did she end up getting? They came with an offer of 90K. I helped her negotiate, and she got 135K plus 5,000 in relocation and other bonuses and perks. You need to know how to negotiate. There's so many strategies can be used depending on your situation. And here's my client who I have successfully helped negotiate. So guys, please don't undervalue yourself. Please, 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 please don't. Please put a dollar value in your brains, okay? Your talents. Hi, Pino. I'm good. How are you? I do put that, but the employer's way of behaving makes me back off. Shiva, I'm not sure what you are referring to, so let me know. Gurpreet, you are fine. I'm doing much better, trying to still recover from my COVID. Is there a fully funded PhD course providing Canada and how to go about it? I don't know. I'm sorry I can't help with that. Your best bet is to Google and find that information. I don't keep tabs on the education system and what courses are out there. Sorry, can't help you there. Hey, Gurpreet. Hey, Pino. Pino is a recruiter. If anybody out there looking for HR job, there was somebody here that was looking for an HR job. I don't remember who it was. And Pino is a great contact to have. Pino recruits majority of the time, mostly in HR space. So anyone listening, Pino is a recruiter recruiting for HR professionals. If you're an HR professional looking for your next job opportunity, hey, reach out to Pino. Okay. So I think that's a wrap. I don't see any other question. Last call, guys. I am doing a resume writing workshop. It's 4 hours. I'm only taking 10 career professionals that want to get their resume done in one day. With my help, I'm going to teach you. We're going to hammer that resume out, and we're going to have a final resume before you leave the Zoom workshop. You're going to have a full-fledged resume completely done, as well as it's a mastermind. That means that not only are you going to get my help and my feedback, you're also going to get every single person's feedback on your resume, the peer. We're going to work together on finishing and writing your resume. Okay, this will be a 4-hour workshop. So if anybody is serious about polishing those resumes, sick and tired of applying to jobs and not getting interviews, you're tired of it, you really want to land those interviews when you're applying to jobs online, you want to have your resume that converts into job interviews, you want to sound authentic, you want to also be able to sell and convert and get them to call you for an interview, then be in my workshop on Sunday. Okay, be in my resume writing workshop. I'm only taking 10 people in my resume writing workshop. So I highly encourage people who is serious about resume writing, craft it out. I see so many people struggling every single day. You don't have to struggle. You can start landing those job interviews when you're applying to jobs online. So get those in, okay? Sign up, guys, sign up. Anybody that's ever taken my resume writing course has started getting interviews. One of my clients said that their phone was ringing off the hook after my resume writing. So key to getting those interviews when you're applying to jobs online is a resume. Sign up, guys. It's there. Sign up if you are interested in getting your resume hammered out in one shot. We're gonna spend the Sunday afternoon together. I'm only taking in 10 people. So sign up and get your resume done with me. All right. So on that note, I'm going to end this call. I don't see any more questions. Feel free to, if you have any more questions, continue writing them below, or feel free to, if you're connected with me, feel free to DM me. I'll see you guys next week. And anybody that signs up for my resume writing workshop that I'm doing on Zoom, it's going to be live. It's a live workshop with me on a private Zoom call. Now, I'll see you guys on Sunday. Okay, bye.